So you finally got that truck, and now you're trying to figure out which company should you lease your truck onto. Just like you, I was in that same situation 6 months ago, and I decided to go with Landstar. In this video, I'll be breaking down my experience as a Landstar BCO over the last 6 months. So hopefully the information I provide helps you make a decision. Stay tuned, follow along, let me know what you think.
Wake up in the morning, crank that 18 wheeler. Heck, they hit my phone, I'm going in his direction. He say he out the game, he left it up to me. Gave me a road map and spots overseas.
Alright, so let's get to it. Give y'all a rundown of these last 6 months of being a BCO for Landstar and how it has been. We got started running around, I think, around June. Here it is, December. And Landstar so far, I can say, let me start from the beginning. From the beginning, it's cool. You know, they do a good background check, which can get kind of crazy though, because one thing that they want to verify is that the driver or the driver has driven within a 350-mile radius from to there and back. So my driver has been driving for 20 something years, and he used to work for a company called Hub Group. And when he was working at Hub Group, you know, there was times when he would drive out of town. Maybe sometimes he'd do like 350 miles radius of runs, right? But for some reason, Hub Group, they didn't want to send over. They didn't want to send over the verification to clarify that. They just wanted to. So they just let them know, yes, he used to work here, and that's the only information they were giving them. So that was holding us back for like, I think, like 2 weeks. I had to finally like call his old dispatcher that they didn't get along. So that's one reason why they were holding back from giving information. And I had to have the lady from Landstar. I had to merge the call in to have us all on three-way just to get him to say, yes, this person worked here. Yes, he drove 350 miles. And I pretty much had to be like, come on, like, bro, like, I need you to, you know, help me in this. I need to do this. And he was like, all right. I mean, but he really didn't want to do it, but I got him to do it. And once I done that, she gave us the okay, and we was able to get set up, send him to go get his drug test, get all that stuff. And as soon as that came back, they was ready to send us to orientation. So that's how that went. So when you go to orientation is like, I think, a 3-day event. I think it's like 2 days the owners, 2 day you the owner if you're the owner, or 2 day, however you have to be there for like 2 of those days, and the driver has to be there like 3 days or whatever. We went to the one that was in Jefferson, Georgia, near like almost near Commerce. They feed you, they put you in the hotel, and they pretty much tell you about how the whole Landstar thing works. You know, their rules, their regulations, and all that stuff. They just pretty much break down everything to you. And you know, once you do your orientation time, then now you're you know, they'll put you on this list to get a trailer, because you don't have a trailer. You don't have a trailer, so they assign you a trailer. They give you a number, and you got to call that number and get on a trailer list. And that sometimes they can take, you know, sometimes they can take a couple days. Sometimes it can happen right away, but most of the time it's gonna take a couple days. And I can give you an example. Like recently, someone had drove in the back of the trailer, trailer my driver had. So Landstar wanted him to take that trailer to an inspection site to get inspected. And once he got to the inspection site, they wanted to keep the trailer to fix it. So now my driver doesn't have a trailer, and he had to call the trailer place. This is right before Thanksgiving, so this is like that Wednesday. Thanksgiving is on the Thursday. So we call, the guy's like, we might be able to get you a trailer by Monday. So he put us on the list, and they called us Monday and had a trailer by Monday. But you see what I'm saying? That was a couple of days without having a trailer, which means without no work. So those be situations. So you want to try to keep your trailer keep your trailer locked down or whatever, and not have any issues where you have to lose it. Let's see. Once we got started, their system is a little different. So like me becoming an owner operator when I'm driving, and still to this day I'm leased on to XPO. I'm leased on to XPO, and that's who I drive for. So XPO, we pretty much are dealing with different dispatchers that actually work for XPO, and I pretty much deal with just one dispatcher. So I've gotten to the point where I've got dedicated. I got a dedicated pretty much route where I go to Loudon, Tennessee, just about every day, and I do chassis moves just about every day. And then I used to go to Augusta at times, but I haven't been in a while. I've only been just doing louding and chassis moves. Those two things, which I love doing both of those. That's where the money's at. That's those loads are super light. When I say super light, I'm talking on average 3,000 pounds. I pulled the load I pulled yesterday was 1925. It had 90 pounds of hazmat on it. So that's kind of give you an idea how those are. Besides that, anyway, gotta get off track. So when you working for when you lease them companies like that, they have they have loads and stuff, and they'll call you and say, hey, I got a load going here, going there, and you say, hey, yeah, I can do that, or you like, nah, I'm good, I'll just I won't work for the day or something. That's kind of how it kind of goes there. Landstar, ain't nobody calling you at Landstar unless it's an agent calling you to tell you he got a load. And if most likely if an agent's calling you, either y'all built a relationship or either that load sucked and nobody else wanted and they're desperate, so they just calling who they can call. But most of the time, you have to, like 99% of the time, you got to book your own load. So, in the beginning, man, this was kind of different for us. So, we thought that, like, oh, once, if the load's on the board, that means it's still there. So, man, at the beginning, I'll find a load on the board, you'll call it, it'll be booked. You're like, dang, but it said it got loaded up a minute ago. But, that happens sometimes. So looking for loads, so if you find a load, you think it's a good load, but you new to this, so I may see a load. It's picking up from Fairburn, Georgia, which is near Atlanta, and it's going to some place that's near Richmond, Virginia, or something like that. And that load might be paying $1,500, and you thinking that's good money because it's $1,500. But then when you found out that it cost you this much in fuel and the load weighed this much, and then and it's gonna take you 2 days to do it, then you kind of start realize, oh, that load kind of wasn't all that good. But we didn't get that in the beginning. So in the beginning, it was rough in the beginning because like I was trying to understand, like I was trying to get him to book loads. I was booking loads. I'm more computer savvy than he is. So at the time, he just got crazy in the beginning. So it was times we were trying to book loads and was trying to. It was in the beginning. It wasn't going too good for us as far as trying to book loads, trying to like get to where we need to get to, trying to find the good loads. And we try. I may send them to New York. I may send them here and there, but it was like wasn't making sense when you really break it down to like the time it take you to do it. So we eventually got to the point where we kind of restructured, and we was like we're gonna try to keep it local, kind of keep it like in a 350-mile radius of Atlanta. And and I say just now we just really got to that niche of, okay, I may get them a load here in Atlanta, and I may send it to Charlotte. Or that Charlotte load may pay $800-900, sometimes 1,000. We talking almost $250-3 a mile, and the load, and then on the loads light, because I don't now you have a like the thing with how Landstar is, you have when you're on that load board and you're looking for loads, they have a criteria on there that you put in how you want to run. So in there I may have on the board, it's gonna already have okay where I'm at. So I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, but the destinations that I want to go to, I may put Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee, Alabama, or Mississippi, right? I pretty much keep those 7 states because I don't want to go outside of that, right? So automatically, they're not gonna be sending me. They're not gonna see loads that's in New York or Kentucky or California. California on my criteria because I have my set states. Okay, and the second thing I may do is I may say I only want to see loads that are picking up today or tomorrow. So it means you have I don't want to. That means I'm not gonna be seeing loads that was last week. I'm not gonna be seeing loads that's 2 days from now. I'm just gonna be seeing loads that can be picked up today or picked up tomorrow because you don't want to be booking a load that load may pay $3,200, but you can't pick it up till next week. So that means you're gonna go days not making any money because you're sitting on waiting on to pick another load up. So you gotta kind of understand, kind of work this thing like a dispatcher, and knowing how, and pretty much gotta know how to like run things, right? So from that point you'll have that set up. So then it goes down to what's the minimum rate per mile you will do. For me, and now I got it. Well, I won't do a load under $2 a mile, and $2 a mile. Usually if I'm doing that, it means they don't have anything else for me to do. Or most of the time I'm trying to book loads that's $250 and up, $3 loads, and they have what's the minimum revenue load you do. My minimum revenue used to be 700. Now I don't put that thing at 800 because I'm trying to get every time I book a load for my driver, I'm trying to get him to book a load that's 900 or up, because I've kind of got to the point where I know he can do about 4 to 5 loads a week. So it's like, okay, if I can get him to do 4 loads within that pay period, which means let's say if I book a load from Monday to Friday, and he can do 4 of them, that's $3,600 in revenue that we can pretty much generate. And the reason why I said Monday through Friday, because a lot of times brokers, they just like everybody else. They work like, 9 to 5. They go home, and then on weekends they off on weekends. So most of the time you ain't gonna find nothing on the weekend. And so a lot of times it's kind of like, let's try to get something, squeeze something in this now. You know what I mean? So and that's how we have it set up. So we have it Monday through Friday. I'm trying to get them at least 4 loads that all are paying $900 a piece. You know what I mean? So that way we can generate. So like sometimes it's rare, but sometimes I can get him to do 5, but it's hard because like I said, he may pick a load up Monday, but I have to deliver it Tuesday. But I also may pick a load up after that Tuesday, had to shut down because he's ran out of hours, and then deliver it on Wednesday for wherever it's going. Because like I said, he's kind of regional. Then from Wednesday, they pick a load up Wednesday, you can deliver it to Thursday. And then Thursday, pick it up, deliver it Friday or either Saturday, bringing it back home so they can shut down for the weekend. So that's kind of how it goes with that. I'll say also back to my criteria. I also have on the on my weight. I don't like pulling heavy loads with that truck. For one, I know when you pull heavy loads most of the time, that tears your truck up more, and it burns more fuel. So a lot of times I won't touch a load that's over 35,000 pounds. Most of the loads my driver pulls, I have him pulling loads that's usually 10 to 20,000 pounds. Pretty much, like I said, you can pretty much do this thing the way you want to do it. Now, will you miss out on certain loads? Yeah, but I mean, you just like us, like I'm saying, I'm just sticking to the program, sticking to the agenda because it's working for me, right? So usually time picking loads under 30,000 pounds for them, and we don't do no loads that are doing multiple stops. Cut that out too, because there was times we'll be doing load may pay $1,800, but then it might have 6 stops on it, and it may take 2 days or something. But it's like from here to here to here to here. It's just and then this person may take 2 hours on you. This person may take 30 minutes on you. This person may, it was just too much. So it's like back to we just do these pick up go, and we just have a strict criteria and we stick to that. So that's how that pretty much works. They super strict. As far as like making sure they pretty much force you to be a better driver, a better owner operator, which is a good thing. This is a great thing because it's gonna help you in the future. So that's one thing. They're super strict. They always when you go get your truck and take your truck to go get inspected, if there's anything wrong with your truck when you take that to get the inspection site will keep your truck until that thing gets fixed. You know what I mean? If you leave that premises, or if you drive the truck off the premises, that's an automatic termination. They gonna fire you. So this is all the options you have. Let's say you have your truck at it's got to be a Landstar inspector too, because there's certain places they have like a list. When you go on and tell them what state you in, and it show you a list of the places you can take your tractor to get inspected. So let's say you take your tractor to a place that's in your hometown that it's Landstar certified or whatever, right? You go there and they say you got about $1,900 for work that needs to get done, whatever, right? And they won't let you go anywhere. What you can do is you can either call somebody to come to that site to fix it that you may know, but they gotta fix all the things on it, or you can get the truck towed to the nearest shop and get your. As you say, so you can do that. Sometimes they might work for you, right? But the only thing I know most time, most towing companies ain't gonna come tow a truck from here to there for less than like $300. So let's say if you picking up a truck and they taking it right up the street, that's probably $300 right there. So you already gonna kick that 300 plus whatever that mechanic's gonna charge you. So if this guy's telling you have $1,900 for work, and they say but you got a mechanic that might be able to do this for like $1,500 or $1,000, so you go take the time to call a tow guy to come get the tractor, tow it to that shop. That guy does it, and let's say he does it for like $1,200. Okay, then you say the $300, but you had to spend $300 for the tow, so now you at $1,500. You know what I mean? And now I want to say you have to. I want to say, I'm not sure, but you might have to get it towed back to the place. I'm not 100% sure. I really don't know how that works. You may be able to drive it back, but I don't know. But I just know that they keep your truck. They keep your truck till you get that fixed. Now the good thing is, if you ain't got no money and you don't have the money to pay for the $1,900, they have like a little program where they might help pay the fee, and they'll just deduct it from your settlement to pay them back, whatever, and they may charge a little interest on that if if you're in that situation. So that may help out sometimes. Um, what else can I say about this situation with Landstar? Like I said, this was something new for me. Um, Now, like I said, I'm capable of with Landstar. I can generate a lot more revenue as far as booking these loads, as far as versus me keeping the truck local like I'm doing. The only difference is I do know that if I would have kept the truck local like I'm doing, there was possibly I probably would have generated more revenue, but I probably would have netted more because the expenses are super low. Like on my truck right now, pulling for XPO, um, my total expenses, not including fuel, are $43 a week. That's all three of my insurance, and yeah, it's just $43 a week, and then you have fuel. That's all that we get charged for, right? My truck's paid for, so I don't. There's no truck payment. Um, so that's one thing. What else can I pretty much say? I can say that overall, I like like I said, I like what it's forced me to be, because before I was just a okay owner operator, and then I became a business owner as far as having a driver. Landstar has forced me to get to that point where I can be a lot better, which I'm thankful for. I know in the beginning stage, y'all seen my other video where I talk about the failure as an owner operator. That video pretty much tell you about a lot of trials that we was going through trying to get this thing to that point. But now we're in a good spot as far as well, we was down, but now we're back up because, like I said, we've been consistent for the last going on 5 weeks now. We've been consistent as far as being able to get loads and get going and not have no major issues. We'll have the truck down, and the main key was I was it was main one of the main key was being too slow to book loads, and I was scared to book certain loads because I didn't want to book a load and not be able to do it because I was scared the truck was gonna break down. So I had to get out of that fear. I had to get out of that fear of that. I had to just start just going for it, and then what happens happens. It is what it is, and they just. But before it was like I don't want to book a load. I want to make sure the truck alright. But now it's like, okay, when I book a load, as soon as that driver get ready to start taking off on the other one, I'm already calling. I'm already calling for another one. And I got this new setup on my phone where I created a whole email just for the loads to get sent to that I can see while if I'm going somewhere. I get an alert and it hit my criteria, and I can hit the load real quick just to see what it is. First thing I'm looking at is where it's picking up from, where it's going, how much it pays, and the weight. And all that fixed out, I'll just call the number and it will work everything else while I'm talking, right? So a lot of times I may call it like, hey, do you still have the Atlanta to Charlotte load available for $900? They were like, well, let me check with my broker to see. Yeah, that load's still available. Would you like to book it? I'll ask a couple questions or whatever to make sure everything is legit. Make sure there ain't nothing that I didn't catch in the what call it, and then I'll book it. And so now I'm looking. Now I know that this load is gonna take pick up today, deliver in the morning. So now I'm looking for if it delivers at 8 or 10. Let's say it delivers at 10. Now I'm looking for loads after 12 o'clock. To book for my driver, like 1-2 o'clock loads, like 2 o'clock loads for my driver to pick up in that same area, or maybe 100-mile radius. Sometimes I'll get him to drive 100 miles somewhere to get a load to take it somewhere else, and especially if you coming back this direction anyway. So like, let's say you in Charlotte and there's a load in Augusta that's delivering in Chattanooga that's paying like $2,000. Well, yeah, I'll get him to go drive empty to Augusta to get that load because he's coming back to this direction anyway. So all this does is save a little fuel instead of getting a load from Charlotte that pays $2,000. But now you got to drive it to Chattanooga. So I'll do it like that. So like I said, man, it's been a journey. It was at times where I thought I was thinking about pulling the truck because it was just so much going on and it was costing me so much. I was just gonna pull the truck, get to the point, fix it, and then throw it back out of the sale. You know what I mean? And it was good to. And like I said, my third truck, my Volvo, I still got it parked. I still got it sitting. Um, if things keep continuing to go like they're going now, I may eventually get to the point where I may get it going and try to start working on getting it generated. But right now, it's just gonna be sitting, and I've already planned out how I want 2020 to look. I've already planned out how much revenue me driving my truck, how much revenue I want to hit, because I know I have a certain number now that I need to hit every single day. And if I can hit that day, if I can hit that number 6 days a week, and then I can get my driver to do his 4 loads in his 5 day span, and if I can hit those numbers, and it's pretty much it's a big goal, but I'm gonna strive for it, and that's kind of how we're gonna do it. But I'm looking at the time, and I know I don't like to keep these videos long. My bad on that. I see I'm about to hit that 20 minute something mark. I'm gonna go ahead and check out, and I may, like I said, come up with another video to let y'all know if I missed anything about trying to explain how this Landstar thing is going, or anything y'all want to know about Landstar. Hey, just let me know. Hit me up in the comments or whatever like that. Subscribe, share. Hit me up in the comments and ask those questions. And like I said, I try to answer every time somebody asks me something. I try to answer. So if I miss something, or if y'all want to know something, or if you're a Landstar driver watching this video and you got some tips that I may miss or may know, but me being only 6 months in, like I said, reach out, man. I'm here to help, and I'm here to get help. That's why I make these videos. I make a lot of these videos for myself, because I go back and watch them, and I go back and learn, and I can see my progress, or I can see where I'm lacking off at. But like, let me go ahead and get up out of here, man. I don't want to hold y'all up too much, man. All right, I'm out.
All I'm thinking, get my grandma out that dirt road. All I know is getting outside the hole. My partner got an L, still jugging down the road. I got clientele and I jug without a phone. I got truckloads, I got truckloads, I got truckloads, I got truckloads.